what matters is our guys bought into the philosophy, to how you're doing things, the way you're doing things. That's what we have right now. So that's going to be a lot of confidence. Guys are flying around, playing fast, which leads to physicality. So the defensive philosophy gives me confidence.
How long did it take for y'all to buy in, and how was that staff able to get y'all to buy in? And a lot of y'all really like Coach Leonard.
Yeah, I think there's an element of it's just the reality of, like, hey, this is what it is. Coach Leonard's not here. I think there's an element of emphasis on the team, the defensive philosophy. Coach kind of hammered it into us. It's been
my
month 8
soccer coach
of today's defense. The staff being able to say, hey, if you buy into this, this is what will be the result. I think guys really pitching to us. That was really good.
What's the fast forward to Saturday? Season's kind of exciting.
I mean, I don't think anyone really wants to fast forward to Saturday. I think Saturday is only fun for the preparations, but so you can't fast forward through.
I never got that far. I got to freshman
Saturday's
year. I
just
was like,
chill.
I was going to play soccer somewhere. I didn't really try.
What lessons can you learn from in the last couple of years didn't start the way necessarily y'all wanted to? What can you kind of learn from those to make sure everything gets started on the right foot?
Yeah, I was starting.
I mean, I'm a big fan of the belief that whatever happens on Saturday is just the result of months of work. And so having bad starts, whatever you want to call these last couple of seasons, first of all, it's a different team now. Really, the lesson there was, hey, we didn't do the work we needed to, consistent enough pace, with the right pieces.
Yeah, I watched
early on in the offseason. So that's winter conditioning, spring ball to fall camps. Only 5 days away. There's a lot of that stuff in my mind has been decided. Now it's just make sure I'm preparing right. Make sure the guys are preparing right so that Saturdays.
So you were a better overall player today than they were a year ago this time, preparing for last year.
I think I've become technically more sound. I've been more confident. I think I'm more valued to the team because of what I bring to the table. Leadership-wise, what I can provide to my teammates, for sure.
What the experience of going through last year, how has that changed? So things you went through learning on the field and the things you guys had to deal with.
I mean, on the field, just like I said, confidence, technique, fundamentals have definitely improved. Understanding what it takes to truly prepare for a game. I think there's also an element of just kind of realizing, like, all right, can't really listen to the outside players because 1 week they're going to tell you how great you are, 1 week they'll tell you how bad you are, and you just got to keep preparing, stand that you need to. And there's almost philosophical lessons learned.
You guys returned both starting inside linebackers, but now you got a third guy listed alongside you and Jordan and Jake. From your perspective, why is he a guy you guys need on the field on Saturdays?
I think depth is critical in every position. The more guys you have who you feel confident putting on the field, the better of a team than you actually will be, especially for teams that want to make long runs in November. I think that just adds to the depth of the experience of our defense, and Jake adds the violence and physicality that you love to see at the inside linebacker position.
What is it you like about this defense schematically, just in terms of the way things have changed this year?
I mean, at the end of the day, it allows you to be dynamic and play football and run around, hit people. All reasons why I play linebacker. It allows you to make plays with your boys. Another reason I like playing football. That just gives us an opportunity to be varied. It's been exciting to see.
One guy who seems like he can help you up front is Darian Bonner. What have you seen from him this preseason, and how can he help the group?
Yeah, I mean, I think Darian provides a level of experience. I mean, the tempo, he was all confidence. his pass rush is definitely a big part of his game that I really like. And, just watching the way he can use his hands and his hips, it's going to be exciting to see how he contributes to the team this year.
In terms of your hands, how's the recovery going?
Great, 100%. Could play thumb more right now.
Maybe more into club on the inside of that.
We'll see.
Does that limit you at all, you think? When you do have to wear it? How does it affect you, if at all? You're just not up for excuses?
I mean, it's just the thing on my head at the end of the day. So,
Maema, how excited are you really on Saturday with the big layoff to really just go out there and hit somebody?
yeah, I mean, well, you get to hit people for like in the sport we play, so it's hard not to enjoy that. I'm just excited to put the team together and kind of display the new product. Put the product on tape. Every time you get to play the game, like, there's always so many opportunities to really play the game. So it's always exciting.
Are there any nerves kind of going into like that physicality after such a long layoff without hitting and all that?
No, I think people say nerves. I say excitement. The body's getting ready to do something special with the guys. You don't get to play in the camp very often, and we bring that back on Saturday. It's going to be really fun.
Just around campus, have you noticed any difference just in the excitement level heading into the season versus previous years, or is there any noticeable difference?
I mean, you look at outside the season ticket holder seats, the red seats are almost double what they were previous years. Like, it was actually crazy. The amount of guys who brought that up to my attention. I think obviously the buzz is crazy. People will see me on campus and they realize I'm a football player. The first thing they ask is how I coach, like the excitement, all that. So there's definitely a lot of buzz right now.
But you can see like all the season ticket holder seats in the stadium there, and you can notice the difference.
Yeah,
it's just the differences apparent.
Yeah, it's a difference for sure.
Like, now you've been around for a long time, trading on Blaylock. How have you seen him kind of push through all the injuries that he's kind of had to go through in the long recovery to get to this point?
Yeah, I mean, Trey's one of my closest friends on the team for sure. He hosted me when I came to Madison, which is crazy. I think that was 5 years ago. So I've known him since even before I came in. And just coming in, like, he was a young guy, but he had a kid. He had his wife, and so he was always kind of he was on a kind of a different trajectory college-wise. His college experience was different. And just over the years, he's grown into this role of guys looking up to him, being kind of that leadership, older presence. And he's been so close to, like, he's been able to impact the team through special teams and always been so close to starting and then having setbacks and injuries. And I think he gets a lot of respect from a ton of guys in the locker room because the way he's carried himself. He's never complained or the hardest part about injuries is sometimes you get negative, you're away from the game, the thing you love. He's never been like that. He's always been a source of positivity, a source of energy, light, joy to the guys, comfort. Been a great guy to be around. He's going to a 6 year. I'm super excited for him. I know he's going to do great things on and off the field.
I talked to some of the transfers, and they were saying that the returning players did a really good job of kind of instilling the culture, letting you all know, even with the new staff, in order to kind of build chemistry with the holdovers and the newcomers. What were some of the things y'all did to kind of make sure they were integrated as quickly as possible?
The coaching staff did a pretty good job too. Like, it helps when you have new coaches. They're already thinking, all right, how are we going to get the culture going with the guys? And so the coaches had a great way of integrating the newcomers, because we were all newcomers to each other in the program. And then there have been some player-led initiatives. Like, we had a defensive hangout one weekend. Had guys over for a cookout on defense. Watched the UFC fight. We've done real talks throughout the summer, just player-led, organized efforts to kind of sit down and really get to know each other, kind of open up to each other. We've done Bible studies. We've done little things. It's been really fun to watch transfers really integrate to the point where it's like guys don't even think about these transfers anymore. It's pretty cool.
Maema, when Jordan had those legal issues earlier this summer, what was kind of your message to him or the room's message to him as you went through that process?
Yeah, I think the whole idea with that was, people make mistakes. You can't let your mistakes define you. It's really how you respond to those mistakes. We wanted him to know that, hey, you made a mistake. We're here for you. We support you. We love you. You're still our guy. Just need you to get right so that when you come back, we can stay on this mission, stay on this trajectory where we're going.
And at the time when Jordan was obviously away from the team, how was it working with Jake with the first team and, getting those extra reps with him, seeing he might play a little more this year as well?
Sure. I mean, Jake's my guy. He's been my roommate at the hotel for the past 2 years. Tell everyone he's my son. He's really my guy for real. So it wasn't hard at all. The chemistry's off the field's been there. And so on the field, it was just kind of getting adjusted to each other's playing style and being able to really play off of each other. It's been fun, for sure.
You mentioned Trayvon's family and how close you are with him. And how do you think he balances family life, home life, school, football? How does he do that?
I don't know. I'll do it. I remember one semester I forgot what semester it was. What semester was it? I think it might have been last season. He got a 4.0. And he's like, what's his major? I think his major is like data. It's like not
it's high level.
Yeah, it's not like a joke. And he was playing that season, and it was like, was it last season? It might have been 21. He got a 4.0. I think he just had his second kid, and I didn't get a 4.0 that season, and I literally had nothing but football in school, and I wasn't playing. I was like, bro, what is happening? I don't know. He's a really high achiever, super humble, all about his business, but so down to have a good time. And it's crazy because we'll be the last ones in the locker room. We'll just be choppers up. But yeah, I'm gonna go home to see my kids. I'm thinking all right, I'm going home to do homework. When does he do his homework? So I don't know how he does it, but it's the thing about him, man. He's got it in him. So.
When you talk about guys like that and Hunter, guys that have experienced injury and are getting a chance to come back this weekend, does it excite you seeing guys like that being able to make a return to the field?
100%. I mean, I went through my own fair share of injuries. Being out, I was out for 6 months my sophomore year. And I understand what it's like, what that being away from the game can do to you, especially when you love the game so much and put so much into it. And it's exciting to see the guys back. I mean, every time, without a doubt. So I'm very excited. It puts a smile on my face for sure.
Luke was talking about you guys going through a little bit different process leading up to the game, having a mock game last week. Obviously, you've been through what game week is like and that kind of thing, but do you feel like it kind of sets a tone or helps, ease guys up a little bit going into week one, having that mock set up ahead of time?
Yeah, I think it's more of a logistics thing. There's a logistic aspect of game day that's hard to mimic until you're there. So I think doing that mock game really helped kind of put it in your mind, all right, this is how things are going to go. This is the flow. This is what I need to do my warm-up. And logistically, it was pretty good.
Is it the same hand you injured last year, your right hand?
I've injured both of my hands.
Okay.
So, yes.
Have you played with a club on your right hand before, like last season?
I did not play with the club.
Okay.
Cool. Appreciate you.
Thank you.